Hello everyone. My name is Sai Deshanjintala and my student ID is 225638252. Today I am presenting my comprehensive data science workflow for the task D1 in SIT112. My research focus for this project centers on the intersection of digital discourse and the precious metals market, specifically the gold and silver market. In the current economic situation of 2026, precious metals serve as a critical barometer for global financial stability. However, market prices are often driven as much by public sentiment and media narrative as they are by technical supply and demand. To investigate this further, I have selected four distinct and highly influential YouTube channels to serve as my primary data sources. The first one is Kitco News, which is known for its high level institutional analysis. And the second YouTube channel is the Gold and Silver Club, which focuses on professional trading and commercial hedges. And the third YouTube channel is the Gold Silver News, which provides rapid daily market updates. And the fourth and the final YouTube channel is a channel which is dedicated specifically to technical forecasting and retail investment named Gold Price Predictions. The objective for the next 12 minutes is to demonstrate how I use the YouTube Data API to ingest thousands of data points from these sources, cleaned the resulting text for NLP processing, and applied advanced analytics to reveal the underlying sentiment and topics that define the gold and silver community today. One of the most critical components of my setup here is the credential management. To maintain security and to follow best practices, I utilized a credentials.ini file. This allows the build function to put a developer key and service functions without hard-coding sensitive information into the notebook. Raw data from social media platforms like YouTube is notoriously dirty. If we were to run a sentimental model on the raw text, the results would be heavily skewed by emojis, promotional links, and HTML fragments. Therefore, the data cleaning phase was perhaps the most labor intensive part of this project. To clean and prepare the data, I have followed a multi-stage pipeline. As you can see, first, I used a regular expressions or regex to identify and strip out any URLs. In the gold and silver community, especially, the comments are often filled with links to external trading platforms, which provides no value to our NLP model. Second, I focused on text normalization by converting all the characters to lowercase and removing punctuation. I ensured that the model views the word gold simply as the word gold without any lowercase or uppercase differences. Third, and the most important one, is the stopword removal and tokenization. Using the NLTK library, I filtered out words like the, is, at, and which. These words appear with high frequency but carry zero semantic weight. By removing them, we allow the true meaningful words like bullish, inflation, recession, short squeeze to stand out. Now let's examine the first of our two core research questions. What is the prevailing sentiment regarding gold and silver across these channels? To answer this, I applied the text blob library to calculate a polarity score for every comment ranging from -1 for a negative to +1 for a positive. And the first observation was the news comment disconnect. As you can see from this histogram, the sentiment of the video titles, mostly from Kitco and Gold Silver News, is remarkably neutral. However, around the 0.1 to 0.01 range, professional news outlets attempt to remain objective. However, when we look at the comment sentiment distribution, we see as much as wider variance. There is significant positive tail here. This suggests that the audience for these channels is predominantly bullish, viewing any market news as potential buying opportunity. And the second observation was that there is a channel specific sentiment profiles. When I grouped the sentiment by channel, I found out that the Gold and Silver Club consistently produced the highest positive sentiment scores. This is likely because their content is educational and aimed at traders looking for opportunities. In contrast, Gold Silver News showed more frequent negative spikes. Upon closer inspection of the data, these negative spikes often correlated with videos discussing bank failures or inflation, proving that the sentiment model is accurately capturing the fear component of the gold market, which is really, really crucial. To wrap up, no data science project is without its hurdles. During the task distinction one, I faced major challenge with API code management because I was querying for high traffic channels and I quickly approached the 10,000 unit daily limit. I overcame this by optimizing my code to fetch metadata first and only then requesting comments threads for the most relevant videos rather than every video on the channel. Another obstacle was query ambiguity. Initially, a search for silver returned videos about silver screen movies, which were completely irrelevant to the task that I was performing. So, I had to refine my collection logic to strictly filter by the specific channel IDs I mentioned earlier, ensuring the integrity of my data set. In conclusion, this project has demonstrated that while previous metals are technical asset, their online community is driven by a complex mix of macroeconomic fear and investment optimism. By cleaning and modeling this data, we can move beyond the price ticker and understand the human sentiment that moves the market. Thank you for your time, and now I am happy to take any questions regarding my code or my findings.